This kind of looks like one of those radio station interview type where each person has like a mic and the.
I want to start my own podcast. I think it'd be cool.
You should like literally.
Yeah.
I was thinking of like buying one because it would be great. Just like imagine if you had a podcast and like you had somebody come in and then somebody just call in and then you just start just
I want people to call live too.
Chop it up and
that'd be like my dream.
Ask questions about it when you're in Japan. Like okay, now what do you think and this that and the third.
Yeah. I want to do that one day.
Yeah.
I guess the way that this starts is. I think at this point I've been away from New York for 100 days. Over 100 days.
100, yeah.
Because I spent 90 in Japan and probably 10 here.
Wow.
Yeah, 100 days away from home. And this is I lost count, maybe 6 or 7 for 8th time in Hawaii.
Pretty much, yeah.
Every time we come here, before I leave, I try to do like just a quick chat. How has the last year been? What adjustments have been made? What's coming soon? What they should be looking forward to? We can start there.
Yeah. The last year, how's it been? Well, the last year has I think it was different this year. Year to date.
Yeah.
Business did dip a little bit. I guess the popularity of the K-trucks in Hawaii. I don't think it peaked, but it definitely had a lot to do. The economy had a lot to do with it. We went through couple, like crazy months, whereas, especially, I don't know if like around the election time, and people weren't really spending money as they, did prior to all that. And the market slowed down really, really bad, to the point where I was like, okay, what am I going to do? I mean, it made me like question my sanity for a little bit. I'm like, should I be doing this? But I'm like, you know what? I know that the market is there. And then it came around. It's definitely increased. So I don't have that fear as I did. I was like literally like should I go back into regular cars?
Yeah.
Because one of the biggest challenge is being the lone gun. Nobody else is really doing it, whereas you're all in. You have nothing. I have nothing but JDMs in stock. I have 0% domestic stock.
Yeah.
So it is a big gamble, and it's something that I deal with, and I just going into it. The decision that I made to do that was one that I had to kind of really like think twice and like really hard. But we're in it. We're in it for the long haul.
Yeah,
this is not going anywhere.
Yeah, and I remember we spoke a while ago, and you said you even had to lower prices a little bit.
Yep, we had to lower the prices.
Change stock probably.
Yep, we had to change. Now, with any new inventory, something new comes in, you're going to ask a premium. That's kind of normal. And then if you don't get that premium, then it kind of slowly makes some adjustments, and it kind of resettles. Not to say we don't just set it at a price where we would like to sell it right away, but naturally, that's just a business model.
That's why sales exist.
That's just business model. Yeah. It's like you have a car that you just got on the lot on the first day. You're not going to mark it down. Yeah. It's just going to be like, okay, this is what it is. Yeah. And especially if it's something different. Now, we tend to steer towards the something different a lot because a lot of our pieces are unique.
Yeah.
It's not the normal, and then we try to get stuff that has low miles, and plus we do the servicing in Japan. So it comes in kind of not heavy, but it's just the quality of the cars that come in. You could find some on Craigslist or Facebook for like $4,000 or $5,000, but guaranteed you're going to be visiting my shop.
Yeah, so the repair shop.
Please buy them. So that you can become my Sky customer. They're gonna be there.
That's the reality behind a $25 car though.
I
always tell people that there is none that is reliable or bulletproof.
It is,
but you can do preventative maintenance.
Exactly,
and that's all you can do.
Exactly, and we try as much as possible to do that. And we've had situations where the car is working perfectly fine in Japan.
Yeah.
It gets here and then it wouldn't start. I'm like, dude, we just drove the car from Shizuoka to Daikoku and back.
Yeah.
No issues. And then all of a sudden the car wouldn't start when it gets to Hawaii. It's like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But it's just luck of the draw.
Yeah.
So last year has been a bit more challenging, as that kind of to just recap, a bit more challenging. But it's helped me or forced me to get more creative, to think outside the box, because all of a sudden you don't have that smooth rose bed that you're comfortable, and now it's forcing you to make changes and come up with innovative ways to make things work.
The saying of like you learn the most from your failures, like it's like everyone says that, but it is like it's so true. Like if I make a video and it gets 100 views in a day, I learn. I go like, what the hell did I do wrong? Instead of I post 100 videos and they all get good views, it's like I'm not learning anything from that.
Exactly.
Like you have to fail.
Yes.
And do bad to be like, okay, let me switch this up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as they say, failed. I mean, I saw this on. I don't remember where I saw it, but the acronym is the first step in learning.
Yeah. Good.
So it's kind of like you don't win, you don't learn anything from success.
Yeah, exactly.
Without having failure attributed to that success.
Yeah, of course.
So that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
And trust me, I've had my share of failures.
Yeah, I can only imagine. And doing something like this, there's gonna be even more.
Man, I've had, but you know what? I took it with stride, and I took it as I have cars that I've imported, as you know, that it took me 2 years to get it up and running. Yeah. 2 years. Yeah. I didn't give up. And there are cars that I bought and just could not make it and just had to dump it. Yeah. And dump it in the sense that it's at my repair shop and those are being used for parts. Yeah. So I've had my shares. I've cars came in and then the diff is busted. The diff is noisy, and then now I'm trying to rebuild the differential and it's
like no one's safe.
No, luck of the draw. So, but I'm looking forward to the next year, and we got big things planned. We got it's exciting. Yeah.
And you're excited for Japan?
Beyond excited.
I wish you were there earlier, or I was going sooner. But I'll be back in December.
Yes, sure. we have to coordinate it that we're in Japan at the same time for December.
In December,
I know you got to be back in the U.S. for your birthday.
I got to. And Christmas too.
It's Christmas,
but for my birthday too.
For your birthday, And so let's be there in December.
Yeah, I want to be there in December before. I think even September too. Like maybe. We'll see. Maybe I'll be there for my birthday. We'll see.
Let's see. It'll be a first though, because you've always...
Yeah, I always leave, spend New Year's Eve.
Yeah. So let's see. I mean, let's see how it goes. But I'm very excited for Japan. I have a lot of meetings scheduled for this trip. Every trip has gotten a lot more saturated with some meetings. Yeah. Whereas the company is progressively getting deeper and deeper involved in the Japan operation. Yeah. Last year, we didn't have these connections. Yeah. And like I said, every year it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah. I am gonna visit. There's a couple big names that I'm gonna be visiting. Yeah. When I go to Japan, I was chatting with the guys from Hearttuned, but time's not right. Yeah. They were like, "Look, we appreciate you reaching out, but let's have this conversation in a year." Yeah. With some other projects that I have in the work, and I said, "Okay, I guarantee you, in a year we'll be talking, and at that time, we will be doing business." Yeah. I was like, "Guaranteed." I'm that positive. Yeah. In 1 year, we will have Hearttuned as a partner, sponsor, some way, some shape or form. I'm putting it out there. Manifesting, just like my red NSX.
Yeah, exactly.
In 3 years from now, I will be buying a red NSX Type 1 with 50,000 kilometers. In Japan. Yeah. That's my manifesting. Yeah. Cash. I will be moving JDM Hawaii into Japan. Yeah. To become this. JDM Links. Yeah. JDM Links, I don't have my stickers. I should have my stickers, but it's all good. But you can throw up a couple of stickers. JDM Links is the headquarters for JDM Hawaii. We figured if we branch out, for one, we're going to be able to take care of the Hawaii market a lot better. I'll physically be in Japan, and again, manifesting. Within 3 years of me being in Japan, I will own my own mechanic shop. I don't have it yet. own mechanic shop, and own NSX. Those are my. It's a lot. I mean, NSX at that with those specs is about 160, 180.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's gonna be done.
Yeah.
It's gonna be done. But I'm moving to Japan to facilitate all the repairs of the cars coming to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Also, I want to be that guy in Hawaii, in Japan, that everybody in Hawaii buys from.
Yeah.
There are other people, but I want to make sure I take care of my cars because, like we say, there's boots on the ground.
Yeah.
We're physically there. We can go to the auction. We can check it, and then now you have somebody in your corner that you can relate to. We have a physical operation here.
Yeah.
We got a physical business here. So it's not like some pop-up that just, you're meeting that you're just talking to, and through translation, you know the guy, you know me. That's the, the angle. And then me being in Japan, I'm going to be facilitating that aspect of repairs. I'm going to be able to sell cars to pretty much everywhere, like, mainland or wherever. We already have shipping set up. We have like pretty much everything, sourcing.
Yeah.
We have it all set up already. So me going to Japan is just going to help to catapult JDM Hawaii to the next level.
Yeah.
So
and everywhere too, though.
Super excited.
And technically, everywhere.
Yes,
we could definitely JDM Hawaii, but also, like you said, if someone lives in New York and they need a car service.
Yep, we can. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And then we are going to be. So there's another aspect of that Japan operation. So if you buy a car from, for example, Car Deal Page, and you want that vehicle serviced, more than likely they'll be calling us.
Yeah.
Contacting us and farming that work out to us.
Yeah.
So they don't have to deal with it. We're going to have a network of mechanics that we would basically go pick up the car from Car Deal Page, get it to the repair shop, have the repairs done, take it back to their holding facility or wherever it is in time for shipping.
Yeah.
Now, that's a win-win for Car Deal Page, and it's a win-win for the customer.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden, you receive your car from Japan that's been sitting there for 2-3 months maybe, and you don't have to fix it. You don't have to go to eBay, look for parts. You don't have to go to, anywhere and be like, oh shit, I need brake calipers, I need this, I need, my water pump went out. We're going to be able to offer all of that service. You'll have an option to get a full, there'll be a couple of different types of inspections.
Yeah.
You can have paint done, you can have upholstery done, you can have rims done.
Yeah.
You got rim man right here. So, you know what I mean? And we could everything. We'll be able to handle all those repairs pre-export.
Yeah.
And for me, reason why I chose this, because that was my biggest issue. That is why I opened a repair shop.
Yeah.
If that service existed, I literally wouldn't need to open a repair shop.
Yeah.
But I received cars and then I had to fix them. And no one here was able to really give me that solid commitment and fix it the way I wanted them fixed. So I had to open a shop.
Yeah.
But now I don't even fix my cars in my shop.
Yeah.
Because what's happening, there's such a demand to fix these cars in Hawaii. Because mind you, our repair shop right now, our schedule is like 3 to 4 weeks out on appointments, and that's constant.
Yeah,
we have 4 bays, and we want to add like 3 more bays. I'm pretty sure with 7 bays, we'll still have a couple weeks wait. So what's happening was I was competing with my customers for space.
Yeah.
So when I send a car down to the shop and they have a car for a customer, now it's like, okay, which car am I going to fix first?
Yeah.
Now, I need my car fixed, although I'm not paying cash money right there and then to the shop.
Yeah.
I need my car fixed so I can sell it, which pays for the whole operation. So it was kind of like fighting against myself in a way.
Yeah.
So what I had to do is I had to push pause on my incoming shipments and said, okay, stop. Everything that comes in here on out has to be repaired.
Yeah. In Japan.
Yeah. Doing that caused absolute chaos.
Yeah. I mean, they know They know from watching my videos. Like, it sucks that I have to tell someone,
It
like,
does.
hey, you have to wait 3 months to get a car service.
Yeah.
And you also wait 3 months.
Yes.
It's not like you get it done.
Oh, it's 3 months. So the walkthrough that's out there, that took a year to service.
It's crazy.
A year.
It's crazy.
So, yeah, I've lived it. And I'm like, how could it take a year? How could it take 6-7 months to service?
Yeah.
Just tune up and paint. Can you explain that to me?
Yeah.
So, if I'm in Japan and I open a shop, I can facilitate that in a far more efficient manner. And I can't explain how it would take 3 months. I don't see it. Can you see it?
It's just
6 months.
If
Can
you
see
have that many customers, I guess. But I think the thing about Japan is that they don't.
Management system, though,
exactly.
it's like, hey, this car is in. This is the date this vehicle got checked in.
Yeah.
You got to have some sort of rotational system to say, well, hey, at day 15 or at day 10, this car needs to go in to get inspected.
Yeah.
A year? It
doesn't make sense.
It does not.
Yeah, like you having a shop in Japan is a necessity.
It isn't even like necessity.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah. It's something that not to say I'm forced to do, because force is a strong word, but it's something that is necessary to have to advance us to where we need to go.
Yeah.
Kind of like if I hadn't opened the shop in Hawaii, I don't think we would have had the level of success. As we have right now, because it would have caused a bottleneck. And in the last video, I mentioned the Guam situation. A lot of cars in Guam are just bought and tossed because it's cheaper to replace it than to fix it.
Yeah.
So with that mindset, I didn't want that to happen. With that in mind, I didn't want that to happen in Hawaii. I couldn't let my brand fall into that, because you would have literally created a funnel and then it come into a bottleneck. And then you got all these people with cars that nobody can fix. And then there goes the neighborhood. I had to get that handled. So now all the cars that are coming in from my flow is now going to be fixed. Now, mind you, I used to get like 20 cars every month. With the inspection in place, I'm getting like 5-6 cars. It's hurting me. It's like, can you please hit my cars? But they're not done yet. I'm like, oh my God. But sometimes I have to take them, even if they're not fixed, just to get inventory. Because if not, I'll be getting 5-6 cars a month. And that does not work for me.
That doesn't pay the bills.
Does not pay the bills. Remember the last time how slim the lot looked? That was like, it was empty, almost empty.
But then we went to pick up like 30 cars.
And then we met, and then we picked up some cars. So I picked up 13 cars. So it was okay. So that's why I'm going to Japan. That's why I need to go to Japan. And that's why JDM Hawaii and JDM Links has come about. The name JDM Links is basically a play on Japan is the link to the automotive world. It's, so if you look at the logo, the outer part is a cog. And then you see the with the Japan, it goes from one end to the next of the globe. So that's so I'm kind of like, I kind of put a little thought into it, and that's what that is. The 3 stripes is my father-in-law's company's emblem. That was his logo from before. So that's why I used the 3 stripe. That was his logo. So that's the connection between, and it's links connection. It's kind of the same thing. So that's what Japan is, and that's why I'm excited. That's one aspect of Japan. Of course, my mother-in-law, she's 78, so my wife has always said, even when we got married, she was like, I want to live with my mom in the future. So I was always prepped for it. Because in 2020, we were planning to go to, it was like, forget Sky Auto, because COVID hit. Let's just forget everything, let's go. But somebody had to go import a JDM. So somebody had to. I was like, okay. And then now it's here. And then my wife was like, well, I guess we're not going to Japan now. And then it was just like, it just took off, and now it became this. I like to create. I noticed that about me. I like, and the first time I went to Daikoku, I mean, we could talk about Daikoku. I went to Daikoku, and then I realized how much history is there. That's kind of when I remember the Bosuzuku truck that I brought in. The Buzuzuku, my wife always schools me on that. Buzuzuku. That parking area became a thing, started in like 84. 84, 85, 86, and then around 87 is where it really got popular.
Yeah.
So, and back then it was, the outlandish motorcycles, the loud mufflers, and the noise, obnoxious noise, and sky high, skyscraper muffler exhaust tips, and it was. And from then, it became the gathering place. It became the watering hole for all car enthusiasts, basically, up until now. So, I noticed an opportunity, and I want to build a centralized hub for information surrounding Daikoku. A lot of people, I almost said customers, a lot of tourists, visitors, go to Daikoku by taxi and they get stranded.
Yeah.
There is no return for Daikoku.
Yeah. We got stranded. Right?
We got exactly. Yeah. So you can't go and take a taxi to Daikoku and think, okay, I'll just call an Uber and they're gonna come pick you up. You can't. A lot of people don't know that. There's such a rich culture. It's such an iconic place. I wanted to do something that would bring all that together.
Yeah.
So I came up with Daikoku Parking. The Instagram has started. It's Daikoku_parking.
Yeah.
The website is going to be daikokuparking.com, or the Japan site is going to be daikokupia.jp. That is going to have a plethora of information. It's going to be there's going to be events posted. So basically, if you're going to Japan and you want to figure out where car meets are going to be, whether it's in, except for the impromptu, Shibuya, Shinjuku, kind of, okay, let's do this. Wherever there's going to be an announced, a scheduled car meet, more than likely it's going to be listed on that website. Yeah. So we have feeds that we're going to be, feeding the site. And also we're going to have sponsors. We're going to have tour companies. We're going to have people that do tours, like these driving tours to and from Daikoku. So it's literally going to be an all things Daikoku related site. You're going to be able to share photos. You're going to be able to tag, and there's going to be photo contests. There's going to be exclusive Daikoku merch.
And it's free.
Yeah, it's going to be a free membership. Yeah. And it's going to be a way to pull the community of Daikoku together in one cohesive spot. So it's a massive undertaking. Let's see where it goes. But it's going to be rolling out. The website is in construction as well. Yeah. And hopefully after discussing the website on the first meet, they said, well, I think we might need to take a little more time on this.
But by
initially, of course, initially it was going to be like a 6-week bill. They say we might need to extend this for like a couple more weeks, maybe 8-10 weeks, based on the intricacies of it. Because there's a lot of coding, and then just the way the structure. It's kind of going to be like an Instagram type Facebook feed. Like it's going to be there's going to be walls. There's going to be photo galleries. You're going to have the ability to tag your friends, and there's going to be photo contests and judging, and plus, like I said, there's going to be a lot of other information which, that you'll be able to figure out, because there's going to be, like I said, tours. There's going to be also a lot of information about surrounding vicinity, like Daikoku vicinity, because we got to support that community as well, because there's shops and stuff in that vicinity that people don't even know about because they only go to the car meet. Yeah. Now, if they're able to go to the vicinity and spend money, put money into that community and enjoy the car scene, it's it's better.
Like 8-pit upper eye.
Yep, exactly.
The smaller one.
Exactly.
Because like everyone kind of knows what 8-pit, but I bet you there's smaller.
Yep, there's smaller.
Mom and pop, way better stores.
So I don't even know. There's a store right across the street. Remember when I bought the stocks last time we went to Daikoku? It was like a little convenience store.
A Lawson?
I think, was it a Lawson?
Inside Daikoku?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Lawson.
Yeah.
They got good merch in there.
Yeah.
They got some nice t-shirts. And I was like, wow, I'm surprised. But I'm pretty sure a lot of guys that came to Daikoku, literally yards, didn't even know that store existed. So I'm gonna see what I can do to kind of bring it all together. Because it's kind of like all over the place, and there's a lot of misinformation about Daikoku as well.
Like which days the best?
What days are the best exactly, and especially why
schedule.
Why the police usually shuts down.
Yeah.
It's usually because of nuisance, or if it's over 9 o'clock, and so on and so forth. Like Sundays, usually it starts around like 11, and then it's just calm. And it's nice and bright, and most people don't know that.
I've never gone on a morning.
And and most
Saturday,
people don't
Sunday,
know that because everybody wants to see the night and the Friday nights and the Saturday nights, and then so that's my 2 Japan projects. Plus, I get to enjoy Japan.
Yeah.
I mean, like, come on.
And you're gonna rent a car, do all the drives, everything.
Yes, I am gonna be renting a car. I'm actually gonna experience the tour for myself. So I'm gonna rent a R34 or a Supra. What do you think?
I think R34 is more legendary, but I like Supra. Because everyone's gonna have an R34.
True. What about
RX-7 would be cool too. RX-7 would be nice.
I don't know. I've never been a fan of the rotary motor. Sorry, I don't know.
I mean, a lot of people aren't.
Bash rotary.
It's not a
They're
power
just
thing.
but they sound badass. 34 is kind of like that safe go-to. But I'm not a fan of the newer Supras. But let's see.
The old one would be nice.
The old, So let's see. But I will be driving one from like Shinjuku, Shibuya, wherever they meet, to Daikoku and back. And they said you can take as many people in the car as you want. So we got to rent one for me.
I want to rent a K car though. I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna rent a
K car.
I think I'm gonna rent a K car from the other place.
Why can't you drive a regular car?
I want to rent a K car, but because it's gonna be my rental, I don't want to go on the tour. I think the tours are kind of like they're kind of lame in my opinion.
It is, but I want to experience it.
Just
for experience.
But I also have my car.
It's like your Mario thing. You did a Mario.
I've never done the Mario.
No, you didn't do a Mario.
No,
Okay.
I did the Mario.
So like some people do the Mario thing. It's like.
Have you done it?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm not doing the Mario thing.
And then
I think if I went with like my mom though, and she wants to do it, then I might do it in that situation. But I'm never doing it like for fun.
Just for fun.
I'll do it out of force.
I want to do this. That's I want to.
It'd be cool. Maybe I'll get an RX-7 then.
I want to do that.
Yeah.
And then when I go to Hiroshima, I'm going to my friend's place that has 34s and 33s and 15s and 14s.
Do you want to talk about like the stock? We can talk a little bit about how in Japan, for example.
So let's talk about so let's start here. So your intro here, etc., etc. When you go to stock, you're gonna click on all photos or search. You're gonna be able to filter by location. JDM Japan has currently 47 units. These vehicles are in Japan. For example, here, you click on it, it says this vehicle is in Japan. This car is in Japan. This is just a vehicle, right? Freight on board as FOB. That's just that. After this, whatever it costs, based on your location, whether you live in New York or Baltimore or wherever, then it'll be different for taxes. And that's it. But these cars are currently in Japan, and these are our associates' vehicles that we have access to. Now, the reason why I chose to do this is because it helps people in Hawaii or wherever have that link. Kind of back to what I was saying, you have somebody that speaks English that could kind of go to bat for them or buy the car for them, and we will communicate with the guys in Japan. You guys don't have that connection that we do, so now we have this, and you could go on the site and contact us, and we'll help you facilitate the purchase. So all of these cars are in Japan at the moment, and of course the JDM regular. If it's JDM Hawaii, then it's obviously in Hawaii. And that's, let me take off that. And like these ones are in Hawaii. You'll see the building. If you see JDM Hawaii building, it's in Hawaii.
That's a pretty good indication.
Yeah. It's just like that's why, and that's kind of why we do the building. It's our iconic building, and it's like
Pizza
okay,
Hut.
it's that old Pizza Hut. Yeah. So yeah, that's what that is. I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but I mean, it's for those that need an extra little bit more clarification. So, for example, this vehicle would probably add another. Let me see. Shipping is probably about, based on the weight of the car, $1,200, give or take. And then there's the tariff, which is 15%. You know, it would be funny if this actually classifies as a truck.
It does.
Which would be 35%.
Yeah, this is 35%.
But look at the size of this thing.
I know.
This would, you got
because
35.
Because of the pickup, that is 35%.
Yes, 35%. Because you got the 10% reciprocal tariff and your standard 25% on your light trucks.
Yeah.
So you got to pay 35% of the purchase price as your taxes, and then you got your other fees from the broker and entry fees and this, that, and third. So give or take, you expect to pay another like $2,500 on top of this. So if you can get this vehicle for like $775 all in, it's still win. If I bring this in, I'm selling this for $95. And then we handle the title, the registration, like everything. Picking it up from the port. Detailing it, everything. And if you think of it like, hey, I could import it myself. Hey, you probably could, but why not let me import it where it's going to cost just about the same, maybe $1,000 more, but that is for you not lifting a finger.
Yeah, piece of money.
Walking into the dealership and say, hey, here's money, where's my keys? That's what you're paying for. That extra $1,000, and for you not to make a mistake. Yeah. Because there's a $5,000 penalty if you file the ISF late. Yeah. $5,000. I've been whacked 3 times. It hurts. It hurts. They're not very lenient. Yeah. Yeah. It hurts. Closing message: we are growing. This is an unstoppable force, and especially with you being in Japan. Yeah. Us being in Japan, like we're like Brooklyn homies, like we're just like 2 Brooklyn dudes just making it, just like from Japan to Hawaii, and then we're just killing it. We're constantly on the grind. We don't give up. We don't take no for an answer, and we get shit done. Yeah, just GSD, just get it done. Yeah, we just figure out how to do it. I was saying that in Japan after a while. It's just like.
I think also being in Japan with the American or New York state of mind is also an advantage.
It is. It is. Even me being in Hawaii. Yeah. Now, I love my Hawaii people. Yeah. Trust me. But me growing up in New York, being a New Yorker, and moving to Hawaii, it was a culture shock in a sense that it's a lot more lackadaisical here. Yeah. Things move at a different heartbeat. Yeah. It's just like, okay, I'll get there when I get there. Yeah. New Yorkers is like, come on, let's move. Come on, you gotta go there. You gotta get the bus, get off the bus, get the train. You gotta go take a taxi, and then you gotta go there. And you gotta be on the move. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just a different. I appreciate that. Yeah. So much so that when I went back to New York, I was like, get me out of this place. This is too fast. I'm like, dude, this is. Yeah. But I'm able to adjust my meter just enough where it's not too New York-ish and it's not too Hawaiian. Yeah. I'm kind of like a happy medium in between. Yeah. So you can adjust that dial, and it's the same way. Yeah. You got that New York hustle within you. You got that fire. You know what I mean? Like you're going, even on your last day, you went to the auction. You went to the auction, you was just
I bought 8 cars.
Exactly. Day. It's like, why? Yeah. And it's like, it's your last day, just kick back, relax. You spent 3 months already.
I spoke to my mom today on the phone. She was like, how was the beach? I was like, I didn't go to the beach once. I've been here for almost 2 weeks. I didn't hit the beach once.
It's just, you know what I mean? You got stuff to do.
Yeah. The grind doesn't stop. That's the thing.
Does not stop. Yeah. And you know what I mean, for as long as we can make it, make that grind enjoyable. Just go hard, go at it. I didn't come here to vacation. I came here to make money.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You spent all that time. You went to Japan. Yes, you want to sit back and enjoy the culture, and you want to learn. That will come. Yeah. That will come, but for the time you're there, you got to make an impact. Yeah. You make an impactful entrance and exit, and your presence there, and while you're there, just GSD. Yeah, just get it done. So that's kind of one of the reasons why we've been so, like we jive so well because we understand the hustle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The first time you came down, you wasn't even supposed to come here.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
You didn't even know about us. I think it was on the plane.
Yeah, I was on my buddy pass, and I was just like, I'm just gonna go. I wanted to go to Japan, but it was too close for a lockdown.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go to the furthest place possible. That's closest to Japan.
Yeah.
I didn't know JDM Hawaii existed.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
And then you found us. Were you on the plane or were you had just landed?
I think I just looked up the word JDM.
Yeah.
And JDM Hawaii.
Yeah. And then they called me and they said, hey, this guy from New York, he said he does YouTube or something and he wants to do some videos for free for us. I'm like, okay, cool. And then
I drove the cappuccino actually.
Yeah.
And then years later I bought it, drove it from California.
Yeah, I drove it from California.
Yeah. It's a good
and now we're gonna get Rusty to New York.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get Rusty. I just have to be in New York. I mean, where do I even live? I don't know.
Yeah, we gotta get Rusty to New York. And maybe get the Lululemon down
here. The blueberry lemon? The blueberry lemon.
The blueberry lemon. I saw Lululemon.
I think I'm gonna sell it in 2026 though, probably.
Why?
I think I just won't need it. I don't know. Like I think this summer I'm gonna use it like crazy once I get home, and then it just feel like it's a one-seater. It's not like it's like
add some seats to it. Take a like from
no, but it's a store. Remember, it's a store. I can add seats in it. I gotta have the window. Yeah. And by then I'll have my Try that's in Japan there. That'll be my everyday car. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
And then you'll have Rusty. So
then I have Rusty and I don't need it. Yeah, I don't need it. Well, who knows? Maybe I'll keep it forever. I don't know. I gotta get an RX-7 too though, so that's like a $20,000 car.
But that's the same one. Remember the pink and two visits ago when we were at the auction.
The two-tone one?
Yeah, the two-tone rally car. Yeah. When I said that's just a glorified cappuccino, and you were like, oh, you're breaking my heart.
Yeah. So if I could sell the mirror walk and get an RX-7, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll have an RX-7 and I'll have a NSX.
Yeah.
I mean that would be the trip.
Yeah. If I was driving an RX-7 in Japan, I'd go crazy.
That would be the trip though. But it just goes to show, and I mean, in closing, anybody who's, regardless of what you're doing, just go hard.
Yeah.
Just don't give up. I mean, we're not millionaires, you know what I mean? We're not, anything big and boastful and anybody to look up to, but we take pride in what we do. We love what we do, enthusiastically. And we just don't, and then the other thing, besides all of that, don't take shortcuts. It does not work. Yeah. It's just going to backfire.
Yeah.
Just fix it right. Just do whatever you do. Treat your customers right. Just do it that way. That's it.
Well, that's we ended here. Another good chat.
Good chat. Let's go. We are growing.
Hopefully, I don't know if you want to talk about Hot Wheels, but hopefully I'll be back in August for Hot Wheels.
Well, yes. And we got.
We'll save it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching.
There's something brewing, and let's just say there's something brewing.
Yeah. JDM Hawaii.
I'm just gonna leave it there.
Yeah.
I like this car.
The Texas too. Yeah, he's a cool dude too. Yeah. I met him before.
Yeah. So,
peace.
Remember the name. This is way before the fame.